Folks, I was just about to release this video right here that you're going to see, and then I talked to Chad, and he already tacked on two more things. Two more giant payouts for this tournament. So, make sure you stick around to the end so that you can hear about those two payouts, those two new payouts as well.
Hey folks, how you doing? So out here, I got a little bit of time on the water, and I want to break down to you and address all the changes that were made to the KBF Legion of Anglers Championship, which is now also an open tournament down there in Stafford County, Virginia. So let's hit the changes right off the bat, and then I'll go into the reasons for each one of those changes. So, number one, eligible waters for this tournament have expanded beyond Stafford County. Now it is really any public launch, public waters in Potomac, tributaries to the Potomac, and also military bases, assuming you have access to launch there, and the waters you're fishing from that base are accessible via the main waters from the river. So that's change number one. The range of the tournament has expanded. Change number two, it's gone from a single day tournament to a 2-day tournament. So it's going to be 25th and 26th of September. Now there's some other minor changes, but the other big change that I know is going to have the most concern for y'all out there is the change from this being just the championship to it being an open as well, with an element of championship within it. So let me break it down to you. The reason for that change is that when you're talking about payouts this large, what Chad has done is he's gone to these visitor bureaus and he's used his money, his reputation, his time to secure a $5,000 payout. That's huge. A $5,000 payout on a catch and release snakehead tournament trail, that's huge. I can't really overstate how much money that is. And the way you obtain that kind of money for a payout in a tournament is you have to demonstrate to these visitor bureaus, like the ones in Stafford County, that you're going to have the pull to bring in the economic impact, to bring in the business from all the competitors to justify that kind of payout on their end. Now, I'm going to be frank with y'all. A lot of people have asked us to start this kind of CPR tournament trail for snakehead, and we're here for it. It's one of the things we're about, is really showing the value of these fish, enjoying the challenge of trying to handle them when they're alive and not bashed in. We're here for it. But from the beginning, this tournament trail hasn't really generated the numbers that we need for us to be able to justify that payout to these visitor bureaus. To do that, you just need higher numbers of registrants, and they haven't been there. So I'm going to level with you. If we can't have that larger turnout this year, this trail is not going to exist, or at the very least, it's not going to exist with anywhere near the amount of payout that we have this year. So if it's something you value, a $5,000 payout, and it's not just the $5,000, they've added onto it as well. But if a $5,000 payout is something that you want to see, if the professionalized snakehead trail is something you want to see, so that snakehead anglers can really get the respect and the fish can get the respect that I think we all deserve, this is the time. This is the time we have to come out and support and compete. Me personally, I'm all about it. The crucible of competition, I live for it. I'm a very competitive guy. You may not know that about me because I'm a really nice guy too, but I'm very competitive. So I can't wait. I hope to see you there. I cannot wait for that competition. But with that being said, I understand there's going to be some frustration from you guys who have fished the qualifying tournaments because it was under a different paradigm. Now, first of all, I want you to understand that we here in the Legion, we're fishing it the same as you. We've been fishing the qualifying tournaments, we've been putting up the money to fish those qualifying tournaments, and we've been putting in the time to fish those qualifying tournaments. So don't think you're alone, number one. Number one, the Legion is with you. We are going through the same experience that you are, and we always will be with you. We're not going to ask you to do anything that we're not willing to do ourselves. That's point number one. Point number two is that Chad has come through again, and right off the bat, keep in mind that Chad is a big voice in the bass fishing community. So for him to come forward from KBF and put it all on the line to try to professionalize the snakehead community and give these fish and all of us as anglers the respect and the community, the opportunities, that's huge in and of itself. So thanks much to Chad for doing that. I want to get that said right now. But here's the other part that he did. He's also gone through and secured an additional $1,500. Now, the way that breaks down is 1,000 of those dollars are only going to be available to those who qualified for the KBF championship. And to make it clear to you, if you fished any any of the KBF qualifying events, you're qualified now. And we're going to reach out to you and contact you all the same. But if you fish for any of the qualifying tournaments from LOA or KBF, you're now eligible for that extra $1,000 on top. And just to drive home this point, make sure it's crystal clear. All you have to have done is fished in one of those qualifying tournaments for the Legion or KBF. No bag limit requirement, no medaling requirement, just have fished it. That's it. And then Chad went ahead and got another $500 that's available to KBF ambassadors and premium members. Because we also recognize that if you've been fishing, especially those KBF tournaments, that might be the first time you became a KBF member. So you put up that money as well. This is another way that we're trying to make sure that we're taking care of you.
So I told you there were going to be 2 new payouts. You know what those new 2 payouts are? An additional shot at $1,000 for the big Snakehead Award on each day of the tournament. That takes us up to what now? $8,500 in cash prizes for this tournament? And that's just what's already on the table. Knowing Chad, he might add more to it. So, man, I'm going to be there. I hope you will be too.
Now, do I expect this to make all of you feel 100% okay with this? No, I don't. But I wanted to level with you and let you know that A, we've created a lot of add-ons to try to help out everyone and show you that we appreciate your support throughout this tournament trail. And B, to level with you and let you know that the reason that we did this is because we had no choice. The turnout in our early tournaments just was not high enough to justify this payout. So there's other things that we're doing behind the scenes. We are pulling out all the stops to make sure that this is a big event and a fun event for everybody. But we need your help. If you're here for the long haul, if you're here to create that professionalized snakehead CPR tournament trail and community, come out and compete. I can't say enough how excited I am. I cannot wait to get down there. And I'm a guy who's hardly fished Virginia waters, let's be clear. I'm a guy who has really only fished Virginia, I think twice at this point for snakehead. I'm gonna do some more pre-fishing between now and the tournament. But am I excited to compete? Yeah. Am I excited to come out there and see all of y'all? Yes I am. So I hope you'll join me, folks. I hope to see you down there September 25th and 26th. Make sure you take care of your logistics. And I guess the last thing I'll say here is, I understand that, for some people, this kind of time commitment or money commitment can put you in a bad spot at home. If that's the case, I completely understand that, all right? I do not want to put out your family. I don't want to put out you and your money to a point where it's going to hurt you, all right? But if you do have that time and money, I can't wait to see you down there, and I can't wait to compete against you. Now, if you have questions or comments, please hit me up. But I wanted to run through these changes with you and the reason for them. All right. Well, folks, I hope to see you down there. Until next time, have a good one. Ooh, he missed it. He missed it. He missed it again. God, that's, oh, Jesus.